that actually worked. We are officially now live, heading into the dungeon of Legos, where I'm going to be sorting for the next, few hours. But this is a part that you, channel goers, anyone who have been on YouTube has never seen before, well, at least been on Lego YouTube. This is my Lego dungeon that I've been creating for the past, 6 months. But voila. A whole bunch mess of Lego, huge miles of bins of things that need to be stored and parts that need to be put somewhere. There's figures here, small, medium, and large parts over here. These bins I haven't even gone through at all yet. Not a single one is ready. Well, these bags have been separated into large, medium, and small, but for the most part, we are struggling. And also, I got this in a lot a couple days ago. Well, a couple weeks ago now. Yeah, this is the OG Phase 2 Captain Rex, the good one. And I found him with the pauldron in a bin of Legos that I paid $100 for. And I sold everything else and made money. I didn't sell everything else. All of these Lego parts are from, well, these ones that are in the bins right now, those are actually from the lot that I bought. But technically speaking, I was able to make my money back and keep the Rex, which, if you don't know, that's pretty freaking awesome. All right, now I'm going to place my iPad in a good spot to see where I can come up with. Let me know how the stream is, because this is the first time I'm streaming on a DJI camera, and I've never done that ever in my life. I'm hoping that it ends up streaming vertically, but it kind of seems like it's not, which is unfortunate, because I have the video set in vertical mode. So I actually need to figure that out. Is this a vertical live stream or not? Because to me, it looks like a vertical live stream, but at the same time, there's no way to know for sure that it actually is vertical live stream and it's not just a thing, not just a regular stream. I have no idea how to tell. Honestly, kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure if I can figure that out. It should be vertical because I'm filming in vertical, but let me know. Cheeseball, welcome to the stream. J Bear and Harris, welcome to the stream. I'm curious if you guys are hearing me right now. Tell me if this is on vertical, like if you found it on the shorts feed, or if this is something that you tried to click on thumbnail. I'm trying to do it vertical because that's just easier for me with this new camera thing set up. I mean, it's not new to me, but this is the first time I've ever streamed with it. Anyway, too much talking. More sortie. I'm going to go through everything that I think I have inside this bin that I've collected thus far. But, yeah, we'll have to see. I am currently, that is a really great question, I am in my dungeon / basement. This is something that I've been setting up for a while, hence partially why I've been gone from YouTube. But if you don't know my channel, then this is just a new little setup that we have. I bought 10 IKEA tables and placed them all down here where all of the Lego stuff is happening. These are all the sets that I need to find the pieces for, but I feel like the best way for me to do that is to actually go through and like find everything. I kind of started with this one. I found all the printed parts and everything that's like special for these sets. Some sets I'm like this Lego Movie one, I'm not gonna bother building that. But I think the truck here might be cool, and then the lighthouse is just like, you know, fun. I don't have the boat, but the Toys R Us truck, that'd be sweet if I actually had that whole thing in here. But I don't have any of the stickers from it, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, basically what I'm trying to do is sort through all of the Lego parts that I've bought over the last like few-ish weeks, but I have thousands of stuff that I need to do. Spanish or vanish? No hablo nada. No hablo español. Solo hablo inglés. Soy gringo, no? Sorry, that's like half racist, but it's white racism, so it's okay. Sent star for 2 jewels. Thank you for the star. I don't know what the 2 jewels are, but thank you so much. Thanks for everyone for joining in and saying hi. I also have over here, it's connected to my face, but if I unconnect from my face, this is where all the minifigure parts are. I have a series planned that I'm going to use all of these minifigures, and you guys could potentially be a part of it, but for now, that's not the case. I've started finishing or started trying to build all the parts to the BARC Speeder of this set. I'm missing one of the commando droids, but all the other figures are here, including Obi-Wan and, of course, Captain Rex, the Phase 2 Captain Rex. This is one of the clone troopers that I've always wanted and I've never actually had in my collection. I've had Phase 1 Captain Rex before accidentally. Purposefully sold him a long time ago. But hello, Randall. Welcome to the stream. Someone Fisher, you're part Spanish and part English. That's nice. That's nice. I like it. I speak Spanish, Chinese, and English, but I'm just all white, you know? I'm not cool or anything. Yeah, so it's unfortunate. Okay, here's how I've been setting up the way that I like to do the sorting thus far. I've been sorting into 3 piles. Come. Wait, where'd my box go? Bingo. And I found a penny. Because if you see a penny, you pick it up even if it's a Lego bin. Whoever super chats first can have this penny. We'll work out the details later on, I guess. And I've also found a bunch of brick separators that I'm making this beautiful tower for. It looks so nice. I love brick separators. They really just keep things separated. That's nice. Anyway, aside from that, the way I've been doing this is probably better for me to show you rather than tell you, but I've actually finished all of the shaky parts. But if you haven't ever seen these before, this is the Lego head. This is the one that came out, I don't even know, probably like 10 years ago. Oh, you're from the Dominican Republic, Fishy? That's cool. That's cool. That's where I went on my honeymoon. I went to the DR for my honeymoon, and that was pretty awesome. But the way I've been doing this is taking a handful of Lego. I need to do this over a bin, like so. And I will place the camera in a way that you can actually see it. We're spinning a little. Okay, here's my bin of Lego. These are all the pieces that ended up falling into the small category, but you take this, put it in here, shake it around, you know. Some of the pieces ended up staying in middle, which they probably should have ended up there in the first place, but essentially I've been shaking it around. Everything that gets shaken out of these squares ends up at the bottom. These are the small pieces. And I have parts that go all the way up to large. I've taken out the plates already. So none of the plates are in here, which is nice because obviously those are big and they kind of get in the way. But not bad. HVAC training. That it's right. The HVAC system is here. That right there, just an empty hole. You can thank DR Horton for that one. It just blasts air in here, which, you know, does make it feel nice, but at the same time, I don't really need it down here because it's already cold anyway, but whatever. All right, so putting these away. Done. But that's basically the system that I've been using to get all this Lego sorted. Whew. It's dusty down here. Okay, continue. However, I have done a couple things like this and just grabbed random pieces out of the bin when I see them. Oh, you can hear it. The air is starting to turn on. But this is how I made our BARC Speeder with sidecar, and I still haven't found some of the pieces for the Separatist ones. You can see I have like the tail that has the sticker on it. Thankfully, it actually has the sticker on it. But I don't have some of the pieces that are important. I also have some random parts like these stickers of the Split Circle fleet. If you don't know, that's Anakin and Obi-Wan's fleet. And a Republic insignia. So there might be some Star Wars related stuff in here that's not this set, but so far, all I could find was this set, and then a couple like smaller ones, like these 2 battle packs, which I don't really care for building. I feel like battle pack builds are never that good, so I'm not gonna build it. And this one. Someone Fishy, it's okay if you can't super chat. It is not a requirement. I do this for you guys, for the fun. But for those who do want to support, it is very much appreciated. I thank you deeply, genuinely. Okay, I need to get this out of the way. Now that I've explained to you everything that I've done, I'm going to explain to you everything that I'm going to do today, which is honestly pretty simple. Also, stubby red lightsaber blade, anyone? It's not even cut, it's just short. Yikes. That's short. That's, wow. Imagine being that short. Here's another Republic logo, too. I don't know. This one's really small. Again, I don't know what this is coming from, like what these sets are coming from. But as we go on, hopefully we'll be able to determine that. But I think I'm going to start with sorting the medium and large pieces, because the small ones take the longest since there's the most pieces in there, obviously. And also the small pieces are the most annoying. This lot also has a ton of animal hair in it. Green dust, which I still can't figure out what that is. Oh, I dropped some pieces in there. Oh well. Green dust and animal hair. I kind of made a slight mistake when I purchased it and I didn't look closely at what was actually in here. But yeah, it's pretty bad. You can kind of see at the bottom of this bin here. Although I've been separating as much as I can, the hair comes with the pieces, especially the small ones. So I have no idea what animal that is, or what kind of hair that is, or even why it's in here. But it's in here, and it keeps getting transferred. However, this wasn't even the worst bit of it, because the worst part was in this bin. There's green, you can see the hair, that's, disgusting. But this green, like, residue, powdery dust, is caked on almost every single piece in this entire collection. It's kind of insane. I really, really wish I had a better system to clean it, but it is what it is. Someone Fishy. I'm calling you Someone Fishy because I guess you're Someone Fishy fan. So should I call you Fishy fan? But your name is like, it says Fishy already, so I'm like assuming you would be, an abbreviated point would be Fishy. Anyway, either way is good with me. So here's my plan. I'm gonna make separate piles on this table of all of the different types of parts, but I've been separating into categories that I kind of made up on my own. They're not the best ever, but basically what I would do is take a bin like this, and I'm gonna start right now, but I'm just gonna separate it. It's gonna be that easy. Oy. I'm coming in from the back. I think that'll make this easiest. Maybe I'll come over from the front. Fishy fan, I appreciate you stopping by. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay. I think that's my best option for the way that's going. Okay, I've been doing all bricks in one locale. Anything that's sloped in one, so that's gonna be a brick. I might end up stripping some pieces off like this to get, even more sorting, but I don't wanna go the most thorough ever. But plates right there, tiles, build a car. Robert, if you super chat, I will build a car. I really don't like Lego cars, I'll be honest. Not a huge fan. But I'll build a car if you want me to build a car. But right now I'm sorting pieces, so it's like if I build a car, then I'm not sorting pieces. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what this would go to, so that's like a random thing. Plate, slope, and that. So this is kind of the gist of what I've got going on in my system. I grab another handful, and then I do the exact same thing. Some of them, like this, are clearly a build to something, and there's like printed tile there, or it's not tile, but printed circle. That kind of stuff I have been putting to the side. Robert, I'm for real. If I see a super chat go through, a car will be built in your honor, and I'm gonna name it Robert. I've also have like, so then there's these ones, right? I have, how many like buckets of Lego do I have? Well, I have to go through all of those. None of those have been sorted yet. And then everything over there needs to be sorted through. And obviously these guys. All of this stuff needs to have a place for it to go. So I have quite the journey ahead of myself. So I think these ones, I'm pretty sure I added separate because they're kind of like the taller slopes. I feel like the taller slopes sometimes, you know, don't quite get there. Robert, thank you for the sub, much appreciated. But then I just keep going like this, little dots like this. I'm just keeping everything that's a single in its own thing. So all the singles are in one. So far, I've been able to find a good amount of pieces, just like going this way. But I've also found a lot of Mega Bloks pieces. If you don't know, do not ever mix Lego and Mega Bloks pieces. It doesn't work. You can see already just with this one. They don't connect properly. There will always be a gap in there. And eventually, if they're the same size too, like if I put these on top of each other, your Lego will bow out like this, okay? Do not, under any circumstance, ever connect Mega Bloks to Lego. I feel like I say this to people all the time and they don't believe me. They're like, well, they're supposed to be compatible. They're not. There are ways that you can do, you know, work around that, and so you can have them connected in a way, but they will fall apart. Robert, I appreciate your permission to build whatever I want. I'm going to keep going through my sorting. Plate. Just like this. It's not too bad. Like it takes a long time. I have to touch every single piece, which is like my biggest tiff with it is I wish there was a way I could just like throw all these pieces into a sorting machine. But at the very least, I'm getting in some fun little finger exercise. Not to be weird, you know. It's not like that. Anyway. And at the most, I am cataloging every single piece that's here in my brain, which helps me figure out what I've got later on, I suppose. Tile. Oh, I forgot what I did with these ones. I actually made a round piece section. I think that's its own thing. And this one goes here. So now you can kind of see my sections building up. Eventually, I'm gonna bag these into each of their own categories, because actually the bags work pretty well. You have 50 cases of Lego, Robert. You should stream for your birthday. Why not? That's awesome. It's always good to have a little fun streaming. This, I feel like this is another one of those pieces that's probably better in the angle section. Plate. Wait. Oh, I had a plate, but it turned out it was fake. Lego. I need more space. I'm running out of space here. Spread out a little, just a tad. Some pieces I've been keeping together that normally you probably wouldn't expect to be together, but you know, that's the thing about sorting Lego. Is before I did this, I looked up every single thing that I could do to sort Lego properly. You know, I tried to look up what are the best methods to sort Lego, what other people do, and everyone had thousands of dollars to spend on sorting their Lego bricks in like a very specific way, or some company sponsored them and gave them some you know, some machine to do it. I don't have a machine. Robert, that's very nice of you and your brother. I'm glad you all are enjoying. I very much appreciate it. You're welcome back any freaking time, man. Anytime, day or night. I look at every comment sometimes. Unless they're mean, then I, you know, just cry after and don't look at those ones. Maybe, like, okay, maybe I look at them a little. It's not weird, though. So, you'll have a surprise for me after your first comment. That sounds lovely. I can't wait to see it. I love surprises. That goes there. That goes there. You know, one thing I don't understand about Lego is how, with all of the Lego that has been around for, what, like 5 years? Somehow, those ones still get expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like a Lego Star Wars set that was released in 2020. Somehow, or like General Grievous, for example. At 2020, that's when the huge Lego boom hit, right? A ton of more people were buying, Lego was producing more, quality got a little worse, sure. But, you know, you had more access to stuff. And so, in theory, you'd think that things would have gotten cheaper from then. But somehow General Grievous is still insanely expensive, and I still don't have one. And I used to, but I don't anymore, and that's really sad. Yes, Robert, I'm collecting every single separator that I find in all of these bins, and they are becoming mine, my separating hand. So I'm seeing if you can separate a Lego separator from a separator that's already separating a Lego separator that's got a separator on it that's separating a separator that's separated. Also, there's different colors of separators that I have in here. Maybe we need to do a test to see which one's stronger. That's actually a really good video idea. What Lego separator can withstand the most force? I'm gonna do that now. You gave me that idea, Robert. I give you like 50% credit for that one, and I'm grateful. Thank you for that. I wish I was a little bit faster. I think you're asking if I have a Lego separator because I keep separating them with my hands. Growing up as a wee tot, Lego separators, they didn't come in every set. Like, I don't remember when they started doing the Lego separators in every big set. I know they don't do them at every single set, but like the larger ones generally. So I learned to get over the pain that sometimes Lego brings to the underneath of your fingernails, and I separate pieces with my fingernails, and I'm proud of that. I think if more people separated their pieces with fingernails, their society would be better. And that's what our goal is, really. It's to separate the separators from the others, you know? I'm wondering if I should just, instead of grabbing handfuls, if I should just bring the bucket over in front of me and just... Tile. Okay, something like this. Nah. I'm guessing this goes to Ninjago or something like that. Every once in a while, I can kind of tell what a piece or like a small build goes to. But when I buy lots like this that are just like jumbled up disasters, generally, it's pretty hard for me to tell what pieces go to what sets. Especially when I don't actually have... I mean, thankfully for this one, I had most of the instruction manuals. But most of the time, people who are buying Lego, especially people who are younger, they just throw away the manuals, which is fair. I throw away my manuals after I make bank on the freaking scanner. But yeah, sometimes I just I can't tell what these people bought and why they bought it. Robert, I actually have the original SpongeBob house and Squidward's house inside these lots. I'm going to build them eventually, but I saved some pieces. I also have the Krusty Krab in here too, inside one of the many bins that I've got going on. But I'm doing solid, dog. All right, I'm doing solid. I know my SpongeBob lore. Although when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to watch SpongeBob. I mean, I kind of did anyway, because, you know, who obeys their parents? Yes, I do remember the SpongeBob sets from Legoland. I also saw that they just released new SpongeBob. Well, I don't know if they released them, but they announced new SpongeBob sets. And personally, I'm not a huge fan. I feel like the OG SpongeBob sets, for one, they weren't insanely expensive. Like, some of them were bigger. Like, there's a buildable SpongeBob with eyes, that like 2 big disc eyes. I have that set too. But that one was pretty big, and I feel like probably one of the more expensive ones back then. But there weren't that many SpongeBob sets back in the first wave of SpongeBob that had such like large piece counts and were that big. You know, I feel like they kept them to a minimum because they were meant to be play sets, right? Like, SpongeBob, at the end of the day, as much as we all love our spongy SpongeBob, SpongeBob is like a kid's show. I know some adults watch SpongeBob these days, but at the end of the day, SpongeBob is a kid's show, and so if Lego's gonna make SpongeBob toys, I just don't get why they'd make one that's like $220. And I get, it comes with a lot of stuff, which I think is cool, you know, and there are these days a lot more adults who, like myself, who love Lego and grew up with Lego, and so they're like collecting it or whatever. So from that standpoint, I get why SpongeBob is coming back in that way, but to have one set that's locked into the Icons theme, which is not a garbage theme, but it's a theme of death. And so if you have a SpongeBob that's locked into Icons theme, it's never gonna get its own like series again, which means every single SpongeBob set that's going to be released from now till the end of Lego time, unless they change something, is going to be expensive. Like, it's just, that's just how it is. And you can't do anything about it, and that you just have to suck it up, the fact that they're all gonna be expensive. Whereas the original Lego SpongeBob sets were so much cheaper. And granted, they weren't as good of quality. The original Lego SpongeBob sets were not as good of quality as what Lego is releasing like what they have planned right now, what they just unveiled. Which is true. Like, some of the figures have updated. Personally, I like the old figures better, but like, Lego seemed to try pretty hard to make this new SpongeBob wave work well, which I think is great. But like, in all honesty, it's still just insanely expensive. Whereas you could spend that much money and probably buy the original SpongeBob sets, and you'd get the same figures, or at least like on par figures. They wouldn't be perfect, but they're still, you know, they're still good, and they got that classic feel to them. I don't know. I could rant on that all day, but I won't, because now we're gonna rant about politics. I'm just kidding. Ooh, another Mega Bloks piece. They just keep popping up. I've also decided to put, I know this has a hook on it, but that's like kind of a tile piece, so I've been putting that with the tiles. Why not? And that is a tall one. And I am trying to figure out, would you consider this, this is like a sloped, but it's also a tile, like it's smooth on the top. Same with this guy. So I've been thinking, okay, do I put these inside the tiles, or do I put them inside of the sloped and curved pieces? I don't know. I don't know for sure. So far, I've been putting them in in the sloped pieces. The old helmet, welcome to the stream, or this old helmet, I should say. You can almost always tell when they don't use real dinosaurs in movies, you know? I actually do use real dinosaurs in my videos. So, but to answer your Lego dinosaur question, I don't have any Lego dinosaurs. I I actually just sold the only one I had. It was Indominus Rex. I got it in this lot, and it's gone. It is gone forever, and I'm never going to get it back. I'm not a huge Indominus Rex fan. I like dinosaurs. Dinosaurs are cool, you know? If they existed. Did dinosaurs exist? Well, yeah, obviously. I mean, they existed. Anyway, I'm not a huge Lego dinosaur fan. I think they're really cool, but I just never have found a use for them in my like own collection, whether I'm doing a display or like my own mock. So most of the dinosaurs that I end up finding in these lots, they help me out because some of them get really expensive, especially like the Indominus Rex that I sold. And so it helps me recoup some of the loss of wanting to feed my Lego addiction. Robert, thank you for staying, even if it's just me and you. You know, it's just a friendly neighborhood hangout. This one goes here. Much appreciated. You know. You are why I do the streams. Not a lot of people like my streams. I don't know how I can have a better stream. Maybe talking less. It is crazy how much the Lego dinosaurs have gained in value. I'm pretty sure the theme is done. I could be wrong. But now that Jurassic stuff is over, I guess, no, they still release some sets. But I haven't seen actual, like, what are they? The Big Fig dinosaurs in a pretty good amount of time. But I do get why they've gotten so expensive, because those are like the highly sought after dinosaurs, and so people want more of those. But also Lego just doesn't produce enough of them, and they don't like making them anymore. I don't think Lego likes making Big Figs in general anymore. Like, rarely do you get to see like the Big Figs that used to come in sets periodically, like Jabba the Hutt, for example. I know there's one out right now, but it took many years for Lego to release a new Jabba, and of course it's only in a UCS set, you know, whereas like before they had a Jabba's Sail Barge playset and Jabba was in that. Or like the Rancor, for example. I know I'm using all the Star Wars ones here because that's just what I know the most of. Like the Rancor, that hasn't been released since the Rancor pit, like what? 2013, 2014, it's just gone. But it could be around if Lego just decided to produce those. But I think they're more expensive for them to produce, and so it's easier for Lego to just be like, nah, dog, nah, we're gonna produce what's making us money. You made an entire city with your brother, Robert. That's pretty cool. I have not made an entire Lego city yet. I'm planning on it though. It's gonna be part of the process. Eventually, I still need to clear off all these tables. That's actually part of the reason that I'm sorting all these Legos, is so I'll have what I need for said process. But also, I'm wondering if I should wash these because my hands feel like caked in. Look at that. That's disgusting. I promise I washed my hands before this. This is the only problem with buying used Lego. You never know if the condition's gonna be like really, really good and you're gonna be happy about it, or the condition's gonna be absolute trash and everyone's gonna think it looks terrible. And then it'll get your hands all gross. R2's body, oh my gosh, with Lock 1. This is actually the new droid that Lego just released. I don't know if you guys know this, but they only sent it to me because I'm such a big fan. It's Droid Lock 1, and you'll probably never be able to get it in stores. It's just a me thing. So huge shout out to Lego for sending that to me. Not a sponsor though, and that was obviously a joke if you couldn't tell, but I don't want to get demonetized because Lego didn't send me that. So what do I think happens when molds when they're done producing? That's a really good question. I am willing to bet money. Not a lot of money, because, you know, I'm not much of a gambler. But I'm willing to bet a small amount of money that Lego saves their molds. Because it seems weird to me that they would just get rid of them, right? But I feel like there must be a process by which they retire certain molds. Because say if they just like threw it in the dumpster out back of the Lego factory, some guy in let's see, where are the factories at? Guy in China, or there's one in Mexico. I don't know where, or you know, at their actual headquarters, whatever, in Billund. There's a factory there, I'm pretty sure. Like, if they just threw the molds into the dumpster out back, obviously someone's gonna come by, snag those, and then potentially profit off of that. So I'm assuming they have to be destroyed if they are not given a proper like burial, as in they're archived somewhere. But I feel like they should archive them. That would seem weird for me for them to just like throw them away. But I guess if they're archived, it would be weird for them not to recreate some of the figures that are highly sought after, other than the fact that Lego profits off the second market from Bricklink. But you know, I don't judge. I like money. I like money too. So fake. It's a fake. Look at those holes. It's so holy. I love a good holy Lego. Then there's pieces like this. All right, this is a problem. They say Lego on them, but they don't have a middle, which is kind of interesting. I didn't know that about the clear pieces. Are they all like that? That doesn't seem right. I feel like there's no way that Lego... I mean, they have the Lego logo on them. Interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. I guess it makes sense because, like, sometimes they use them as windows. The more you learn, the more you learn. Your retirement plan is to find a suitcase full. My retirement plan is to make my wife work for me forever. She's gonna keep working, and I'll just be down here building Legos. And eventually, you know, we'll hit the retirement. Or die early. No shame in that. No shame. Anyway. Tiles. Ooh, like, all right, who asked about dinosaurs? This old helmet, you asked about dinosaurs. If you can tell, I don't know if it's actually gonna focus on this. Maybe it will. Yeah, there we go. This piece right here, this sticker, that is, I mean, it's really hard to tell, but maybe you can tell if you're on like a mobile phone. That's the Jurassic World logo. So this obviously came from like a Jurassic World set. I think the Hummer or whatever, but I sold all those pieces. Well, actually, I might still have them, but I'm planning on selling those pieces. But this comes from like the vet care unit. Yeah. So again, I don't have a lot of dinosaurs, but I do end up having some of the stuff that they have dinosaurs. Robert, your brother asked what my favorite Lego set is. Oh, Robert, let me tell you about this one Lego set. It is called the UCS Imperial Star Destroyer, and it is the greatest Lego set of all time. It is perfect in every way. It has fantastic DOS minifiguros, and they are absolutely beautiful in every way. I've also been recording on this camera for the past however long we've been doing this. This camera I just barely bought. It's a fancy cinema camera. Say hello. There we go. Anyway, I haven't made a video about it yet, but I will eventually. I got it while I was on a little hiatus. But the UCS Star Destroyer is absolutely my favorite Lego set of all time. It always will be. It's so amazingly perfect in every way, and you just can't top it. You can't top it. Also, I need to go throw this in the trash apparently, because do you see the hair and like the green stuff that I was talking about earlier? Why? What is it? I'm putting everything that's gross inside this large bin. Oh, there's still a piece in there. No, it landed in the green. I think it's okay. When the moon hits the sky, But thank you for the question. That's a great question. Also, I'm probably just gonna have to wash all these because this still looks freaking disgusting. If it's cat hair, that's a problem. If it's cat hair, that's a huge, huge problem. Okay, next bin. All right, I'm letting you guys pick. Do we pick a large bin? These are like the larger pieces, larger than normal. Do we pick a medium size with pieces that are medium size? Or do we pick a small size? These are pieces that are medium to small size. I'm gonna let you guys pick as we go through the next one. But I need to grab some bags. These are the bags that I've been using to sort stuff. Not a sponsor, but you know, Ziploc, if you want to sponsor me, I wouldn't be mad about it. But these ones are the best for being able to see some of the parts like while I'm actually going through them. I don't have a better solution. I wish I did. I wish I had a better solution for putting these in like actual tubs or something like that. But this way, at least when you put it, like you bag it up, you can see the pieces in like the entire bag. Makes it a little bit hard to find. Large, okay, all right. Luke, I see the large. I've seen the large. We will do the large. One large bin coming up. I need to grab it, but it will be next. I need to put all of these carefully in here. I need a like a holder to hold it on the table. If you know, it'd be nice if I had tape right now. Bye, bricks. Everyone say goodbye to the bricks. Nice. See, that's not bad. And now, like it's still pretty easy to find the pieces in here. Obviously, it's gonna get pretty full eventually, but if you don't respect that, well, that's on you. That's on you, man. Bye, slopes. Bye. Okay, that will at least clear up a little bit of space for us. Let's bring in the large. Wait, we need to decide which large. So there's this one that I can tell has at least 4 brick separators. And this one I can tell that has at least 1 brick separator. And some fake Lego. This is actually a piece from a Halo Mega Bloks set that's like just a wall. Okay. Anyway, we're picking the one with 4 brick. Oh my gosh, that's 5 brick separator. 6 brick separator. Oh. I'm switching to the other side. Hang on. We'll bring honor to us all. Oi, here we go. Bring my stool. Ow. Sorry about that, everyone. Sorry about that. Oi. Whoa, you're shaking. You need to move the bin that's underneath me. There we go. All right. This way I can kind of keep the bags near my locale. And now I have a slightly bit more space. The biggest set you own is the Speed Champions Back to the Future DeLorean. Let's see. Is that just the regular DeLorean? Why is it Speed Champions? I mean, I know what the Back to the Future DeLorean is, but is it specifically Speed Champions or is it just a car? That's a question I may never have answered. These bags, this bag's going right here. I'm trying to give you guys the best looking shot possible of everything that's happening right now. I just got to go out a little wider with my face there. How do we like that? I'll move this way. This is good. All right, large bin. Let's get started. Large bin has obviously larger pieces, like this one here. Window. Sometimes they use this as a door too. Ooh, it's oily. Oh, I didn't like that. There's something wrong. Something's wrong with that. Brick. What's the most satisfying Lego sound? Is it the sound of a brick separator? Oh my gosh. How many of these are there? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that is a brick separating hand right there. That feels really nice. All this talk about the DeLoreans make me want a DeLorean. I don't have any Lego cars. I did at one point in my life, but alas, not anymore. I'm putting all the larger pieces. Actually, this is more of like a window though. I had a section for window where, oh man, oh here it is. I like the window pieces to be together, and large pieces can go in the middle. Where my circle pieces at? I'm all like confused now because some of the parts are in different spots than they were a second ago. Oh, here we go. Circle pieces. That's the stuff. Little canister thing, tall. We'll have you. I like these tall ones separated. I'm pretty sure I put those with that. Sometimes it's hard to remember what I actually did with some of the pieces that I have, but it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. The first Lego DeLorean. I know that there are multiples, I think. Also, the London double-decker bus, I have in this, well, that's it. I think that's what you're talking about. I have it in this lot somewhere. There are 2 actually, technically, and I gave one away already. But there's potential. There's potential that I could find another one, just hidden throughout this thing. Big pieces, we're sorting big pieces. We're sorting all the pieces because they're just so big. Brick, single. Oh wait, tall. Hang on, guys. The tall pieces. Tall people stick together. But I wouldn't know because I'm not one of them. So anyway, no way, Luke. That is awesome. Yeah, I had never seen that set before until I got this lot. I found inside the lot. I found inside the lot one of them, like already completely built, and I gave it to my mother, who loves all things London and English. But there is another one in here. I think there's 2 of those things, whatever, like 2 manuals. So hopefully we can find the other one. If we find the other one, I will build it for you on stream, so you can see it again and relive it. Bricks. Did I have a small? Yes, I did have a small. Boop, boop. The larger pieces are so much more fun because I feel like I'm actually doing something, you know? Medium and smaller they're a little rough. I'll be real. They're a little rough around the edges, but it's fine. Oi. Boom. This brick, guys, we're pulling off a brick separator. All right, I need it this time. No, my hand's broken. Separate those bricks. All right, someone in the comments, one of you, one of the 2 of you, get it? Because no one watches my videos. Anyway. You gotta count me down. How many Legos am I sorting per hour? This is information that's vital to the survival of this YouTube channel. I have to know how many Lego per hour I can sort. So then I can enter a competition for sorting Legos per hour. I've been finding a couple of these guys that have like a half sticker on them. I don't know what set this relates to. I don't know. Big piece. in the middle. Well, I guess it's not going in the middle. Big piece over there. Oh, my back's hurting. My back's hurting. I thought I pulled out all the tiles already. Tile or plate, whatever, same thing, except not. Curved edges. Oh, you know what? Oh, that is in there. Okay. Angles. Fake. I found a faker. I also have in this lot too. These. Some of you may be too young to remember, but Lego Minecraft did not start with minifigures. I actually had, I think I had this one, or no, it was a, oh, I have the other one in here too. It was this one, the village. I owned this village, a micro village, a long time ago. It's been a while. I never owned this one as a kid though. So, and I ended up selling these a while ago because I just needed cash and they were just sitting around as display pieces. But in theory, all three of the original sets, which is the Nether, obviously, and then Village and this regular one, just Micro World, all three of these should be in here too. So if you see any of those pieces, let me know. But that's how Lego Minecraft started, was just bricks. Just small bricks. They did have, well, hang on. It's too far away. They did have printed tiles for faces, but other than that, hair, gross. That's pretty much it. Ugh. Okay, Chad, how do I get this out? My separator. No. I think I gotta push. There we go. Yeah. Get rid of that. That, I feel like, is a Technic piece. How do we feel about that? Technic adjacent, maybe? Fake, double fake. Fake green is interesting. Oh, more fake. Too many fake. Where are those? Oh, man. Oh, here we go. All right. Goose Go, you had it right there. Goose Go, what are you doing? Boom. That's Technic. Technic related. Technic. I think Technic pieces are my least favorite. Actually, no, yeah. Technic pieces are my least favorite Lego pieces. They're just a little difficult to manage. And every time I try to put them together, they don't go together very well. Because they're Technic. I mean, I get they're supposed to be strong, whatever, but they're just not my favorite. Those are big pieces. Well, this probably should go with that one. Where's this guy? Circles. And angle, and angle. There we go. I can build something excellent at the end of the stream. You know, I'm not the brightest builder in the Lego realm. I didn't work at Lego, so no one taught me how to build. But I will show you a plane from Lego City at the end of the stream. I feel like that's fitting, maybe. Or actually, maybe I'll try to build one of those sets. We'll see. We'll see how far we get into this. I probably can't build one of those sets unless the entirety of this lot is sorted, which we still don't know how many Lego I sort per hour, so that it could take a while. Actually not probably, the likelihood of me finishing on this stream is pretty low. It's pretty low. Hook piece, where would this go? Right there. A couple of regular bricks. Finding a lot of small plates in here, which is fun. Not really the most useful for my current situation are some of these pieces, but the small plates are helpful and important. We're going on a trip to our favorite rocket ship, flying through the sky. Little line signs. Oh, the Lego outside is frightful, but the fire is so delightful. It's forgotten a place to go. Let it build, let it build, let it build. When we finally build our ship, it'll probably look pretty crappy. But if we try to build it again, everything's gonna look so snappy. Ah. Boom, boom, boom. How can I do this more efficiently? Glass. There we go. Tall. I think I have a new favorite piece. It's either this really long gray one, or it is these. I really like those. They're so long and majestic. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my room. Leaves. Guess we got some leaves. More Technic stuff. Fake. I thought that I had gone through and gotten all of the Lego out here that was not real, but apparently I still have quite a bit of bricks in here that need fixing. Also, I feel like this is part of the Nether set. I have a hunch. I have a hunch that is part of the Nether. Whoa. Game over, game over, game over. That's an excellent video to be in right now. Interesting. Are those stickers? How did you do a bunch of game over things? I would love to put game over in the comment section. Boom, 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 boom. I want you in my... Oh, wait. That goes over here. We're nearing the bottom of this bin. Oh, this is... Well, I'll just keep it here. I know where that goes. It goes to one of the sets. I just don't know exactly which one off the top of my head, but I remember seeing it over there. Brick. You know what I don't get? And I was thinking about... Oh, fake. Fake. I was thinking about this when I was sorting other Lego a couple days ago. Is that... How did all of this happen? You know? Like, you buy a Lego set and you build it, right? As makes logical sense. Also, I thought I had a headlight brick I was keeping out. Anyway. Logically, you build it, you know, you use it. But then somehow, all of these Lego sets get destroyed, absolutely demolished, and placed in a bin in such a way that you can't tell what the set was before. And I've never understood how that is even possible. But it happens to pretty much every single set ever, or every single collector. And I don't know why. Oh, my stickers. Screw bam. Yeah. Bricks and Minifigs sucks. I never been there before, so, well, I mean, okay, that's a lie. I've been to Bricks and Minifigs maybe twice in my life, but it was for important reasons, and I didn't know that they were that bad. To be fair, you know, I never really liked Bricks and Minifigs to begin with. Bricks and Minifigs is the GameStop of the Lego community. And I'll admit, I like GameStop. Like, I've shopped there a few times. But I would never go, yeah, let me just go buy a game at GameStop because that's where I'm going to find the best deals. And, like, that's where I want to go to, like, be a part of something. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't get why Bricks and Minifigs was such a large thing for Lego community. Because it's really not that great. Everything is overpriced. Or the trade-in value is terrible. And I don't know, they didn't... Aw, man. I guess as the collector that I am, I try to find cheap stuff that maybe takes a little bit more work instead of just buying a set that I know is already complete from Bricks and Minifigs or whatever. But I don't know. I like the hunt better. So I will never shop at Bricks and Minifigs. And you know, maybe I should make a video about it, but I've just been avoiding it because it's feels like jumping on the trend now. That's weird. Maybe slightly. Police also scare me too, so you know, if I got involved and then like the cops came and arrested me, I'd probably cry. That's not what we're hoping for, you know? This is a slope. Oh my emojis. Where did... Oh, I see the button. I'm adding some emojis. Emoji? Emojins? Oh my gosh, there's so many. Woo! Yeah! Nice. Wow, they have a lot of freaking emojis, don't they? Thanks. Thanks everyone for sending emojis. And thanks to YouTube for providing emojis for us. That's just too nice of them, you know? Ah, tile. Small tile. Some of these pieces I know, fake. It's a fake. I know if I rebuild the sets. Oh man, that's 2 misses in a row. That I'm gonna end up just putting pieces that were already on top of each other that I took apart back on top of each other, but it's fine, it's fine. I'm not gonna rebuild all the sets. That's a fun piece right there. That's a solid one. Ow. Boom. Tile. Fit. That's not even a Lego. What is this? Kind of looks like an Enderman arm. I think it might be. I think this is an Enderman arm. It has like little pixels in it, but I have not seen an Enderman in here. Enderman. Brick. Brick. Single. Put a minifig inside? Inside what? Inside the bin? I mean, I pulled out all the figures first because those are my favorite thing. I know it's like, wow, he's one of those guys, but I had to do it. I had to do it. Ooh. I guess I'm still considering that a plate. It's a tiny plate, though. Slope. Balls. Not those kind, though. Boom, 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 boom. Can I make a Lego mech? All right. You know what? For the next 4 minutes, I will make a Lego mech. Ready? I have all the pieces that I need right here. Bunch of ball joints. Actually, let me see if I can find a couple more. I have... There we go. I have all the balls. I'm just trying to find the actual connectors, you know? Because we've got balls here in this channel. Anyway. Okay, these two are going to be legs. This is going to be the absolute most insane mech you've ever seen in your life. I'm going to make it slightly brown. Possibly brittle brown. But we got 2 feet. I'm going to need a... Well, we're going to add that down in there. It's a tail. So far, you know, that's a tail. Anyway, I need to connect the body on the back. Silas Buildings, hello, welcome to the stream. ball joints. Here we go. And that's just gonna have to be black. Wait, that's wrong. Do I put the balls on the outside or the? I think so. I think so. Like this. And that's kind of like shoulders. Okay. All right. We are almost there. I need pieces that switch the orientation of the studs, which, of course, I've got those. I need a chest plate. That's probably good, you know. Oh my gosh, I just had another idea. Okay, if I have enough yellow pieces. Actually, I probably don't. Boom, 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 I want you in my room. I'm running out of pieces. I need eyes. I know I had eyeballs somewhere. We're gonna have to make them. Make them out of dots. We're making all the eyeballs out of all the dots. Making lots of eyeballs. Making lots of eyeballs out of dots. Word mech. I made that in like a minute. That's pretty awesome. It's got fully articulated feet and arms and figure. Give me a figure. You know what? A shark. It can fit the tail of a shark inside. Okay, all right. That didn't. Maybe it can't. It can fit a minifigure inside said mech. You sit him down, you toss him in, and now you have a mech that is, I mean, it's fully operational, you know? Like this, it also kind of, it has a couple defects, but that was intentional. That's intentional design, you know? Because if I made it too good, then obviously I wouldn't be making Lego videos with you guys. I'd be traveling the world building mechs. So anyway, balls. Put the balls away. Now I have to resort all of the pieces I just grabbed. Maybe this is why I have issues, because I just can't focus on sorting. Ooh. That sounded like a broken Lego piece to me. Oh, I named it Steven. Steven the mech. He obviously had to go somewhere right now, so he's not with us currently, but maybe he will be back in some future time. Yeah. Fake. Another fake one. Boom. Where are my printed tiles at? I guess they're over here. You gotta save the printed pieces. Because the printed pieces, those are gonna be important to you. They're important, Cusco. There's also some pieces in here that I actually need to fix some of the sets that I've got. Like, I have the 2008 gunship that I threw down the stairs like a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. And one of these pieces snapped because I guess dark red's kind of brittle. So I could replace that and have a complete set again. But then, like, if you replace the pieces of an old set, do you still technically have the whole set? I argue maybe not. Maybe not, guys. We're building lots of Legos, eating all the Legos. Put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. Put the Lego in your mouth and you spit it all out. Home on the range, where the deer and the Legos play. Where seldom is heard a discouraging word. Where the heck should this piece go today? I feel like this is special enough to go in the big parts spot. Same with is that even a leg? No, it's not. This is a Halo flag. It's too bad because I had the flag and I got rid of the flag already. I could have gotten rid of the pole too. Oh well. Oh friggin' well. Oh, is this? Yes, it is. This is a Lego piece somehow. It has the tiniest Lego logo I think I've, well, yeah, yep, it has the Lego logo on it. Super, super small. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Sorry about that. My sincerest apologies. There are two pieces in here specifically that I'm on the hunt for. It's the inverse version of these. They're for the Bark Speeder set. I absolutely need them. King Spikes, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Welcome, welcome. Wait, what am I doing? That doesn't go in there. Thanks for joining in while we're sorting some leg. Digging in some, oh. You know how it be. You know how it be. Ah. Tiles. That doesn't go there. I love tiles so much. Alright, I'm thinking at a certain point here. I'm gonna have to, actually, no, the battery's fine. I could stream for 5 hours. I'm not gonna stream for 5 hours, but I could. And sometimes we do hard things. Go to Aaron the Brick Builder. All right, Luke. It's been an honor. It has been an honor to serve you today. I hope you have a great stream. Ollie3, hello. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining in. As always, you are welcome here for as long and as short as you would like to be here, because most people don't seem to want to stay. We're looking at you, Luke. Yeah, that's right. We're looking at you. You don't seem to want to stay, do you? I'm gonna guilt trip you to stay. Nah, I'm all right. I'm just kidding. You get out of here. Go do your own stream. Whatever. Okay. Okay. You've got your own stream. You're obviously cooler than me, so just go. Stop making us feel bad. Ollie, I'm glad that you love Legos. I do too. Most of the time. It's hit and miss, you know. Sometimes they're good. Sometimes they're not. I feel like I put these in with those. I can't remember now. I also need a pole spot. Building lots of Legos. Ooh, you've got ideas, Robert? I need some ideas. Where should this go? Probably over here. Next to the car area. Ugh. It's getting real today. It's getting real. Home on the range. What song should we sing up next? Everything is great. That is disgusting. Hang on. We have a flag on the play. More like hairball on the play. I can't work in these conditions. Disgusting. We've almost finished a large bin. I'm so happy. Sucks that this is one of the easiest ones, so it's like it's only gonna get harder from here. Yay. Yay, that's so fun. Boom. I need a chair. If I did this with a chair, my back would not be in so much pain. But sometimes we like pain. But that's just a theory. Ollie, I don't have cats, and I hate to say it, but I dislike cats. Now, no offense to you. You know, I think those who love cats are great. And if you like a cat, if you have a cat, that is wonderful. But I'm allergic to cats. Not deathly allergic to cats, but allergic enough that I shall never own one. Ah, there's so much hair in here. Also, I think this is all cat hair, so that's like partially why I'm upset at cats right now. I don't even know how I got in here. Yuck. Yuck. I actually don't have any animals right now. I used to have a dog in all my videos. Well, not all my videos, but a dog used to be my my channel logo, and that was my old dog. But he's living somewhere else now. He's never been to this. Well, okay, he's been to this house once, but he doesn't live here. And it's sad. But it is what it is. But I'm glad you like cats. Robert, that's very nice of your sister to subscribe. That's you, your sister, and your brother all subscribed. That is truly thoughtful. Truly. I know that sounds sarcastic, but I'm serious. Circle. We're getting close to the bottom of this bin. What should I do with all of these? They're Ninjago. I think I got rid of... Well, actually, no. Maybe the Ninjago thing didn't sell yet. I may or may not have sold the Ninjago stuff already, so I can't use this. Where should I put it? I guess next to the poles, like the figure stuff. But I'm not a huge Ninjago fan, so I'm not collecting the swords. Oh, you have 2 dogs? Wow, that's awesome. What are their names? I like me a good dog. I'm also kind of allergic to some dogs too, so. Just allergies all around. Allergies all around, that's what we like. The blessing of allergies. Come apart, come apart. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Robert, are you talking about the video I did from that's like the Everything is Awesome song but slowed down? All right, I will answer that question in the form of song. No, just kidding. I had the idea when I bought not this Lego like lot, but I bought a different Lego lot that is still yet to be sorted, and inside that lot had a ton, like just a lot of figures that were completely demolished. They weren't all terrible, like there were some figures that were actually good, but a lot of the figures were just outrageously bad, like chewed on, destroyed, looked terrible, the prints were rubbed off, like stuff that I had no idea how it even happened unless like a kid or a dog, you know, just went ham on these Lego figures. But it's only the figures, like the parts are fine, it's just the figures that are just destroyed, because that's how it goes, right? The good stuff's always destroyed. Anyway, so when I saw those, I thought to myself, everything is awesome. Like a sad, like turning it into a sad song, you know, because everything's awesome is supposed to be happy, but then these figures got demolished and destroyed. So then that gave me the idea for the video, and I made it in a day. All I did was take the Everything is Awesome song that's already on YouTube. I slowed it down to like 45% speed, and then put my video on top of that. I used my fancy camera, so added some color grading, added a little bit of special effect to make it look horror-ish, film-ish. And yeah, that's how I did it. To answer, I think, Georgie's question, my favorite Lego theme, I mean, come on. Obviously, it's the Cars theme. So, I'm just playing. I have only really ever collected the Lego Star Wars theme. I have gotten into some of the other themes. And clearly, most of this is not Lego Star Wars, so you can count that, I suppose. But I just grew up on Star Wars, always liked Star Wars, and so the Lego Star Wars theme, I always loved. I also collected Halo Mega Blocks for a long time, too. I don't anymore. I don't buy them anymore, but I collected them for a long time, so I was like, Star Wars and Halo have always been kind of my jams. I like Halo more, or I did like Halo more until recent years when I had a falling out with Halo. And yeah, so I hope that answers your question. I know it's pretty basic. I wish that I had a Lego Ninjago was my favorite theme, or I mean, I guess that's kind of basic now too, but I wish I had a different theme that was my favorite one that was actually like unique, you know? I feel like everyone likes the Star Wars ones, but whatever. Ollie left? That's so sad. She didn't even say goodbye to me. I mean, I guess she kind of did on the chat, but it's not the same. It's not the same when I'm not looking at it. A door. A door. We found a Lego door. Oh, actually, this probably goes to the nether. My nose is starting to bother me, so I think I can confirm that this is cat hair. Or dog hair. I just don't get how that much hair can end up in a Lego bin, you know? This is crazy. It's all over the place now. Okay, Ollie, now I see that now I see your buy. So I'll allow it this once, but I wish you the best. If I never meet you on the internet again, I hope that your YouTube experience is beyond your wildest dreams in the most positive way possible, and that is it is uplifting. I feel like I put that somewhere else. I know I found another one of this. I think it's over here. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Do I have hair on my nose or something? Why am I itchy? Ugh. Lego Minecraft. Leaf. Lego Minecraft block. Fake. Wow, there's so many fake pieces in here. Tell me what I should do with all the fake pieces, everyone. I'm curious. A dime! I made 5 cents today. Nice. Georgie, that is... Georgie of the Jungle. I love it. That is a really great question. So I kind of talked about it at the beginning of my stream, but you may have missed that one. So, a recap of the way I'm doing this. I'm basically going one by one, brick by brick, sorting every single brick into different sections that are like based on how I think about Legos. But I started with, hang on. Oh, hang on, I had to pick out that piece. I started with the Lego head. So there's 2 of these sections in the OG Lego head. It looks like this. Yep, that's the Lego head. Anyway, there's 2 of those sections in it that are like meant to be sorting. It's actually, Lego did that by design so that smaller pieces fall through the holes until they get to the bottom. So basically what I did is I took the entire Lego bin that I bought. I dumped it all, I mean, in chunks, obviously, into my Lego head, and I just shook it to get the bigger pieces to stay on top, smaller to fall down, and then they obviously fell down until they reached the bottom. So I ended up with large bins, which is like this one. This is a bin full of large parts that didn't fall down the first hole. And then medium were all the ones that fell down the first hole but stayed in the second, obviously. And then small were the last one. The only downside to my method right now is I still have to go through and touch every single piece. So it's like, it probably wasn't worth doing the large, medium sorting. I mean, it is a little bit because it makes what I'm doing right now easier, right? Because I kind of know where the pieces go. But at the same time, like this set fell in, or this piece fell in the large one, but in actuality, there's probably a billion of those in the small one too. So, I don't know. Robert, yes. Yes, mate. I don't know if you're talking to me. But yeah, that's pretty much how I sort stuff. And now I'm taking it all and putting it into different places, like where I would normally think to be like, oh yeah, that piece is probably in there. So for example, every single brick piece that I have going on right now, all going into this. Well, okay, to an extent. Every single brick piece that is 4x2 and under is going in here until the 1x1s have their own bag. And then the longer ones have their own bag. Same with like plates and stuff like that. I'm doing that all just at the same time. So like I'll take a handful here. This has a headlight brick, so I put all the headlight bricks together so I can find them easier. But they go in that bin, or that bag. Then I take like the angled pieces that are taller, that are shorter. I've got that plate right there. That's longer, and then the short ones right here. All the like thicker ones go there, and then the longer ones right here. And then I kind of have a spot for weird pieces, like pieces with hooks or like random shapes, things like that. And then I have a Technic bin. There's a couple of, or Technic bag. There's a couple other places, like random piles that I like to do. I just barely came up with this system when I sorted some pieces a little bit ago. So it's not bulletproof by any means, but it gets the job done, or does it in a way that's like somewhat accurate. I will say it takes a really long time. I'm sure there are better ways to actually sort through a big bulk of Lego, but this is like a surefire way for me to know exactly what pieces are in here because I didn't own this originally. So I have some of the manuals, obviously, but I don't have like a knowledge of everything that's ever gone inside this whole bin, you know? So I feel like it's my best option. It does take a long time, but I do get to stream while I'm doing it. Actually, this is the first time I've ever streamed while I'm doing it, but it's fun. What's my goal? That's a really good question. Robert, yes, I'm ready and listening. I'm watching the chat for you. But Georgie, I do a little bit of both. So, like I said, my favorite theme's Lego Star Wars. So if I find anything Star Wars that I don't already have or that I'd want to keep, I usually just keep that out of the bin. And if I find things that I don't want or don't necessarily feel like I'm going to use, those I end up listing on my eBay. It's called The Wooden Brick. I used to have my own website, but it was too expensive for me to maintain, so I just sell on eBay now. It's probably just as expensive after all the fees, you know, but then I get a little bit more organic reach that way because eBay, you know, they have a lot of people go there to find stuff, obviously. So it makes it a little bit easier for me that way. But yeah, I end up posting the things that I don't keep on there. It depends. I am planning of building a Lego city using the tables that are all around me. Like I have 10 of these IKEA tables, but right now they're all being used up with, oh, that's disgusting. They're all being used up by various Lego parts and pieces. So I eventually need to go through and clean off the tables and then start building the Lego city, but it's gonna take a while. I don't quite have the funds to make a big Lego city, unfortunately. But if I can keep buying lots like this, then I'll kind of gather pieces that I might need. Can I make a Lego tower? You see, I can. But will I is... All right, fine. I'm going to make a tower. I can't make it that big with the pieces I've got. I have an idea. I'm going to make it. You have to guess what tower it is. How about that? Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you're living out a dream. Boom. A tower's been erected in your honor, in your name. Tower. It's not tall, but you know, something in life isn't good just because it's long or tall or large. What matters is what's on the inside. And what is on the inside of this is mostly air and ABS plastic. And that's truly what matters. That's what I think. Just gonna pop that off. You know what? I'll keep it in frame. Since you've been here almost the whole time, to show my appreciation, I will keep it in frame. All right, next batch, here we go. Everything is awesome. Ouch. One thing I've noticed also is that rummaging through Lego, it really does a number on your fingies. I have scrapes that are permanent now because of this. But it's things that we have to do, you know? Sometimes you have to make the sacrifice for the greater Lego good. That's what we do. Sent France for 98 joules. Is that a football reference? Like a World Cup reference? Or is that something I should know that I don't because I'm not on the internet enough? You'd think, being a wannabe YouTuber, that I would know more about what's going on the internet, but the truth is, I don't really know that much. Everything. Okay, I feel like I found one of these pieces before, and I don't remember exactly. I think I put it in the slopes. I feel like that's a slope piece. A drawer. A Lego drawer. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. Everything is awesome. Robert, your tower. Isn't it beautiful? I feel like it is. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. I'm living out a dream. Sometimes with my sorting too, I like to take out all the bricks first. Like I go through and I take out one specific kind of piece and then switch to another kind of piece so I don't have to like move my hands all over. I don't know. It's the ADHD inside me that decides how and what I pick up and in what order I pick said things up. Sometimes it works in my favor, sometimes it does not. Like, I don't know why I just picked those ones up, because that's not what I was collecting, but I did it anyway, and it just happened. Whew. Everything is awesome. Everything. How long have we been on stream? About, an hour and a half. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I've been doing this for an hour and a half. I feel like I should be farther along at this point. This doesn't seem like that much progress. Okay, so if it takes me an hour and a half to do 2 full bins, like 2 full buckets, I mean, I guess I am talking, which slows me down slightly, but not incredibly. Let's see, if it takes me an hour and a half, per 2 bins, I have 5 more bins. So let's see, it takes me about 45 minutes per bin. So That's 3 hours. Probably about 3-ish more hours. Maybe, not on this stream, but about 3 more hours to like complete. Is this fake? This seems kind of fake. Complete this. But I also still have like a bunch of other bins to do, so I don't know. How about I make a car? I will make a car at the end of the stream, all right? Because I haven't found enough wheels yet to make a car. So if I gotta find the right amount of wheels. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's reasonable. Reasonable to have the wheels necessary to do such things as build cars. Everything is fine. But I will remember at the end of the stream, unless the stream ends abruptly because something bad happened, then, you know, I had no choice but to end the stream. But maybe I will build a car not on stream and show it to you via the internet to make up for that. You know what I'm saying? Another R2 body, another R2 with no face. So here we go. Here's some wheels. One more set of those and we've got a car. We've got a car coming. I'm also finding some windows too, which also car related. Well, brick, and this, what is that? Engine intake thing. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome when you're living out a dream. You are being moved once again. I am very good at Lego. That's debatable. I'm average at best. Average on a good day. Plates. Right now we're having quiet time. I should play some music though. But what music? That is the question. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. Trying to find royalty-free music, but you really never know. Everything is awesome. Ooh, what's my favorite color of Lego? That's a really good question. I think white. No, well, yeah, I think white. I know it's pretty boring, but I feel like, especially white tiles, I love the way that they shimmer. It's kind of strange. What is your favorite color of Lego? Tell me down below. Or clear. I like the clear translucent blue ones. Those are also good. I wonder what this is for. I feel like this goes to a set. And I might as well just put it next to a set right now. Let's see. It probably goes to a... Oh, hey! I bet it goes to this thing. That's a match. Nice. Well, there's 2 of those, though. Oh, they're buoys on the side of the boat that I don't have. Well, that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. Where's the boat? Why is there no boat in here? I have this one. It's not the same though. It's not good enough. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool. Oi. You're part of and back down. Team, everything is awesome. Robert, yes, you can tell me your favorite color. I'm anxious to hear. Whoa. Fake. Purple clear. Purple clear. Purple clear. Hang on, I gotta look that up. I don't think I've ever seen clear purple Lego. Woo. Like translucent purple Lego. Oh wait, like Mace Windu's lightsaber purple? Oh wait, okay, I have seen some of these. That's a pretty good color to pick, not gonna lie. It's like the purple that's at the end of the Magna Guard sticks. Is that's what I'm hearing right now. Not a bad choice. That's a great choice. Everything is awesome. Everything's good. These curved ones. I might have translucent orange in here. Somewhere in here. I mean, I know I have it in my overall Lego collection. But do I have it near me? I have yellow. Boom. Yellow. Oh wait, I do have one. Well, just the cheese slope oranges. I like those ones. Those are nice. Thanks, Whitey. I have not hydrated. It's been a while, but that is a good reminder. I'd probably need to. Interesting pieces. Honestly, this is all kind of par for the course Lego. Just a bunch of random crap. A lot of the interesting pieces I already pulled out a couple days ago when I was doing my initial go through, but I did find this. Robert, where's the fake? I must know. I can't see any fakes in what I pulled out. Tell me where to look. But this, I've never had one of these worlds before, and they're pretty cool. I wouldn't probably have bought them when they were out, because when they were out I wasn't collecting Lego at the time. I had been on pause, but they're cool. And it opens. I don't know if you're supposed to put stuff inside, but yeah. Hello, Luna. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, the ball. I like the ball. I think I may have put it back on incorrectly. Actually, don't know which. That looks more correct. But an asteroid ball. That's probably been the coolest piece that's not a figure that I found. This one has printing. It's a map of something. Next to white and blue. Okay. Next to white and blue. There are, like, here in this area? It was a good find, Whitey. It was quite nice. Can I put Legos in the ball and shake it? Fine. All right. I will put... I'll put a little handful. Let's do some ASMR, okay? Everyone quiet. Feel yourself moving in ASMR style. This is Mr. Woody ASMR. Chaos, thank you for subscribing. That's very kind. Maybe I should start doing ASMR because, Robert, this is real. I don't know if it's actually, if I move my face, maybe it'll see. The Lego logo is confirmed. I thought that too for a second because it looked a little strange. Like the bottom looks a little weird, but it is real, thankfully. Thank you for joining me today with Meteor at ASMR. I can't get it open. Oh, right. Sorry. Luna. I'm sorry. That's my bad. I should know better, and you deserve better. I'm sorry. I just get I get confused, you know, I gotta answer fast. Chaos popped into my mind, but my bad. That's my bad. Come apart. Come apart, come apart, come apart, come apart today. I still have not found the piece that I need specifically for the Bark Speeder set that I'm trying to find. Unfortunate. YD, that's wonderful. Thank you for joining by. If you pop back in and I'm still around, love to see you in the comments. But if not, if you just want to lurk around too, that's great. Fake. I found a fake. And we're back. We're going back to the Lego side. Ollie, I'm glad you made it back. Luna, tell me what I could do to help with your headache. It may also be that maybe you need to eat food, because sometimes I get headaches when I haven't eaten for a while. I don't know exactly why that happens, but it does to me. So I would recommend not too much food, but just the right amount, you know? Sometimes that works for me. Robert, I hope you have not only a happy early birthday, but a happy birthday in general. And I hope that tomorrow is especially a wonderful, wonderful day. Birthdays are very important to me. I know a lot of people my age who don't care about birthdays, or as you get older, people are like, well, you shouldn't care about a birthday. A birthday doesn't mean anything. But the truth is, I think birthdays are important. It's more, it's more than just the day that you were born. It's the day you got to come here. And it's the day that you brought light to a family or friends, anyone you've ever known who you've loved and shown love to, that wouldn't have ever happened if you'd never been born. So sure, people can say you shouldn't celebrate birthdays, but the truth is, I think you absolutely should celebrate birthdays, and I hope you have a great one. All right, Luna, you ate and drank water. School starts soon and you're stressed out. If you're actually having migraines, I would seriously recommend getting them checked out. I've had friends before who have had issues with migraines, and it's no joke. So if it's bad enough to where you can't see or you can't do anything, I highly recommend a doctor, not Dr. Chat GPT, but an actual doctor. Who is my favorite woman? That is an awesome question. That's one of the best questions I have ever heard. My favorite woman is a woman who right now is currently at work. She is working super hard every single day to help us, and especially me, live the life that we want to. And I would not be here on stream without her, nor would I really be around without her. But it's not my mom. Although my mom's up there on the list of favorite women. It is my wife, my beautiful lady. She is my favorite woman of all time. And she always will be. Yes, Luna, I am married. I've been married for 2 years. I got married young. Most people these days don't. Or just in general, you know, but I did, and I don't regret a day of it. But I am married. Yes, this is my wedding ring. This is a gold ring. It is basic, like myself. And it's the same ring that I will have for the rest of my life. Her ring is a lot more, what's the word? Her ring has a lot more style to it. It is an oval diamond as the center stone. And on the band, there are smaller baguette shaped, no. Oh, crap, I forgot the name. I think it is baguette shaped diamonds on the band. But yes, that is my wedding ring. Robert, I will tell my wife is not currently here, but later today I will tell her about our conversation, and I will tell her about you, and we will, in our home, make sure we wish you a happy birthday. You may not ever see that, but it will be felt here with us. That is the guarantee right now. Whew. We're almost done with this bin. At almost the 2-hour mark. I kind of need to reset and get a bunch of these pieces into bags. They're kind of crowding up the area. Ow. Tiles, 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 and more tiles. One more piece. One. Oh, wait, 2 more pieces. One more piece. And a penny. Another penny. That's our second penny of the day. The last 2 pieces of this bin. It's done. And the hair. You can't really even see it, but I promise it's there and it's gross. Oh, somehow random pieces keep getting stuck in there. Thank you. This other bin. Whew. This is what we got left. But it's kind of a lot. But it will be worth it, I'm sure. Luna, when you get married, you're taking the same ring. Your man better get me a diamond ring. I hope you do get a diamond ring. I hope you get the best ring possible. Oh wait, bags. Because that's important, you know? We all need a ring. Hopefully. Maybe, you know? Up to everybody. But everyone, you know, everyone could use just a little bling. And when it comes from somebody that you really like, that's even better. Swipe in the tiles into the bags. Swipe in all the tiles into all the bags. You know what's crazy is usually when I'm finished with sorting these things, I can't remember touching all these pieces. But I know that I put all these pieces here because I had to sort them. But somehow I did it. I touched them all. All right, Robert, since we're nearing the end of the stream, I'll make you a car. But it's not going to be the kind of car that you want. Maybe, I don't know. There are some wheels. Actually, I took out all the wheels from this lot already. All the wheels that I could find. Apparently, I didn't do a very good job. So that is why we haven't seen a lot of wheels. We will grab some wheels. Ah, my foot. There's a Lego in my foot. That is not a very full bag. Oh, actually, I need to wash all of these too. I'm not sure what to do about that because I want to wash them separated so I don't actually mix them again. Probably should have washed first. Oh well. All right, let's make you a car. Let's find some pieces to a car and make the car. Nobody knows it when I was down. I was a clown. Okay, I found the wheels that I'm going to use. And they are magnificent. Actually, they might be too big. Ooh. Nobody knows it. Oh, perfect. Perfect. Those are some nice looking wheels. All right. They aren't the same size of wheel. However, I think they will be okay. Luna, thank you for joining the stream. If you're still around, I appreciate you coming by. All right, let's make this. There's our base, all right? We need something to cover the wheels, obviously. And I guess we need something to cover the wheels on the back, too. It's going to be black and red. We need a windshield. And we need an interior cabin space. That's too big. Oh, you know what? I know exactly what I'm making you, Robert. And you're gonna like it. Hopefully, you never know. All right, Robert. I've now made your future automobile, which, if I am correct, if my sources are correct, is going to be. Hang on, I'm almost there. I have just a couple other pieces that I know that I need. Now that I've sorted through everything, it should be easier to find pieces, right? Oh, there should be one. I can't remember how many of these I've seen. Aha! Yes. Yes, indeed. Jedi. Okay, that needs to be taller. Oh, but I can't pull that off. Ooh, ooh. Ow. 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 I need a brick, I need a brick. That's not green. This bluish gray will do. Any so will do. Okay. Here. It's not done yet, Robert. You can't call it cool yet until it's done, of course. But I appreciate you. Thank you. That's very nice of you to say. Done. Ta-da! It is a Tesla. It has Tesla vibes. This is your future car. It's electric. I actually now I wanna modify it slightly. It needs a front grille. Hang on. This is important. Nobody knows it when I was down. I was a clown. Hang on. This is actually the best car that I've ever made, so I hope you enjoy. Dang it. Ugh. This is the problem when you get things that don't come with instructions, you know? Robert, it's not done. You can't call it 10 out of 10 yet. It's not done. At the very least, or at the very most, it's 9 out of 10 until it's finished. And it needs headlights. Done. Okay. That is your very fine, your very own automobile. Actually feel like maybe I should, you know what? Nope, I'm leaving it. That's how it is. Is it perfect? No. But it's got wide hips, which is good because it'll have a large trunk. You'll be able to fit lots of groceries. Let's see, what else? It's got lots of glass on it as well. And you know, you can see lots of things through it. The wheels, it's got extra traction tires. Okay, this is state-of-the-art stuff. You're not gonna wanna miss that. The headlights are LED, so they'll blind anyone who's coming toward you. Very, very, very important to have those on a car. And it's red and black because you like racing people on the street. Hopefully. And there you go. Your car. I'm putting your car next to your tower. Your car may have received a little more effort than your tower did, but that doesn't mean it's any less valuable. All right, that doesn't mean the tower is any less valuable. It's interesting how I just sorted my old Lego collection. That is all Lego from like 2013, probably around there, like at the latest 2013, 2014. And it's interesting that the pieces that were included in those sets are the amounts are a lot different than these ones. I had way more bricks, like oodles of bags of bricks. And this isn't nothing, but I think I had more than this after sorting the same amount of pieces. Similar amount. You know what? If I make a video about the sorting, I will put your car in the thumbnail. That is a wonderful idea. All right, it is time. Now that we've built our car, we've sorted a decent amount of pieces, it's time to say goodbye. Thank you, Robert, and whoever else has come thus far. And if you're watching this stream later on in the YouTubes, thank you for joining and having fun. Maybe next time I will just do an ASMR Lego stream. That would be kind of funny. And I won't talk at all. We'll see. Well, thanks everyone for joining in. Peace. Okay, you can go now. It's over. It's out.